and we should keep doing Housewives once a week, and then we should do We Don't Give Up. We're saying it, bitch. And then we should just rant and rave about everything. Dude, it would be so good. But I do have one last thing for you. What do you make
Yes.
of, Dorit is in trouble again for calling Crystal a child bride. Crystal came back and says that PK borrows all the diamond jewelry for Miss Dorit, and the key to a good marriage is when the man can buy you real diamonds, honey. What do you make? You think this is a fun back and forth, or do we
And
feel like
she
Dorit's
also, this is an activated Crystal. And she also said, like, out of nowhere, wait a second, Beverly Beach. And I think she put it into her Instagram to try to follow it or something. She's like, Beverly Beach, what happened? Because I mean, we don't have Beverly Beach anymore. So Crystal is like doubling down. Yes, look, I mean, Rob Minkoff is like the real deal. Like he's actually, like Crystal really is the real deal. Sutton Strack is probably the richest on the show. Kyle is very rich. Crystal's like up there. I mean, I'm thinking to me, after Kyle, I would say Sutton's the first. I'm just talking about current people. I would say Kyle is second, and I would say Crystal is probably third. I don't even know who else would be third. I mean, like Garcelle is a working actress. When Lisa Rinna was on the show, she's a working actress. They're not starving to death. They're doing
no? But
fine.
I think Rinna and Harry. I don't think they had money
Well,
until
Rinna, right. And she
right.
has
I
the
think they,
products now.
yeah. Rinna's very very smart. I think they ended up, I think Rinna made that into something, and now the girls, of course, have high end modeling careers. So I
Tons
do
of
think
money.
they're
And
more
Garcelle has, she's been on other shows, The Real and the movie, but a Lifetime movie, it's like, but she's doing well. She's doing really well. I'm just saying, I think Crystal is probably the third richest one on the show. So like Dorit girl, right. I agree with everything Crystal says. I think it's a rented jewelry. I've said for years, this is why PK blocked me. I don't understand Dorit and PK's money. I just don't understand where it comes from. That's not a bad thing. It's none of my business. I mean, it is my business because this is my whole life, my job. I just don't understand it. I understand Crystal's money when you are Mr. Lion King and Disney rolls out the fucking red carpet and gets down on all fours with knee pads and their tongue hanging out to lick your ass for your next project. I exactly understand Crystal's money. I just don't understand Dorit and PK's money. So you know, I don't know. People are very divided on this. A lot of people are like, here she goes again. First it was Garcelle. Now she's saying child bride. A lot of others are like, oh, give me a break. Dorit just is inappropriate, possibly, but she's not racist. A lot of other people say it's microaggressions. A lot of other people say I'm sick of hearing about microaggressions. So this one's pretty. Where do you fall about Dorit's, comments?
I mean, I really do. Nobody on Beverly Hills is really under my skin like the Heather Gay is and the Bethany Frankel. Like nobody is. I'm not there with any of them. I like it. It's back and forth. I think Dorit. I like Dorit. I think she brings something to it. I love Garcelle. I mean, I just think they all bring stuff to it. I do like how they seem to work through maybe these I know people have different takes, but whether they're like racial undertones or microaggressions, they seem to like have them, they work through them. I mean, I think that's good for people to see that we can, people can make mistakes. No one's ever going to say everything correct. And then we can move on and be kind of friendly. I mean, I don't think any of them anymore are like BFFs. I think we know Erica Jane and Rinna are BFF. We know that.
And those two are friends with Jenkins. I mean, not BFFs, but they're
Right.
friends with Jenkins.
We know that, Garcelle and Sutton are BFF. I think they've kind of brought Crystal into the fold a bit. So, and I mean, certainly,
They're filming the reunion today, by the way. Everyone's going to hear
yeah.
this next week, but the reunion's now.
Well,
I
this
bet
was
you Dorit will be
no,
asked about this.
yeah. And this is my final thought for you. Where are you at with Kyle and Morgan and Mo? Because she's also done a lot. Paparazzi have caught her. Now I'm back to believing Kyle. Now I think
Which is why?
Um, you know, Kyle gave an interview and she says Mo's the one that did not want to make a statement, did not want to say they were separated, didn't want to come out in the press. So obviously a friend had leaked something. So I actually want to hear that from the reunion. I want to know did they get to the bottom of who sold them out?
I don't think that's going to be asked, but that would be great.
I just believe her now. I think she said, like, look, I mean, come for me. I've tried to answer everything. You know, we don't know really what we're trying to do. The entire family is in therapy. I mean, when you're going through a separation like that, when you've known someone since you were 19, I don't think it's as cut and dry as we all think, right? Or we
What is
want.
she saying about her friend, Miss Morgan? Wait, oh, I'm eating my chickens in my grits, Sarah. What is my friend Kyle saying about me?
Kyle says, Morgan, you two haven't, dipped in the lady pond. Do we believe it?
We're just good friends and we spend lots of time together. She takes me on. She pays for a lot of stuff for me, I have to say. I have a sugar mama, girl.
You girls are just good friends. That's what she says. You're just good friends.
I mean, I believe all of that, to be honest with you. I actually believe all of that. What is frustrating for me is that if you were going, look, I believe it all. I believe it all. But the problem is that Kyle grew up in this town. She has two sisters who grew up in this town. She has a niece who's one of the most famous, she was the first influencer possibly ever. So what I have a problem with is that Kyle understands the media and is now queer baiting, money baiting, playing all of us. So like I believe that her and Mauricio are not over after 27 years. I don't see any love there, to be honest with you. I think it is over, but I think they're trying to navigate how we make this work because Kyle does not. Kyle wants to have her cake, and I think go downtown and eat it too.
Ooh,
I can't picture Kyle with another guy. I can picture Mauricio. I don't even know if I can picture Mauricio like being in love with another girl, but I understand it all. And you don't want to get rid of the person they are trying to navigate. I believe they're all in therapy. And I really do believe her and Morgan have done nothing. I believe
wow.
it's a friend of hers. I believe it's a friend of hers. And I believe that losing a friend from suicide that, the thing is when you speak to someone every day and then like say they take their own life, it's kind of like, yeah, it's like I just spoke to you 3 days ago. You were happy. You couldn't have leaned on me. It is a mind. I believe all of this. I just don't like that she knows what she's doing. She's not. I mean, Monica Garcia is starting to know what she's doing too. So, but Monica didn't, this whole time burn book and everything. But she did. It was all authentic. Kyle understands that when you go in to shop for a ring for yourself on your vacation for your birthday, and you tell Morgan to come in with you and come closer. Let's take these two rings out and look.
I agree
You
with that.
know what you're doing. When you forget your food, oh, I forgot my food at Craig's and I had to go back inside to get it. It was a doggy bag of mashed potatoes and the Caesar salad with the meatballs. Mama used to make meatballs like that and put them with the chitlins and grits. When you do that, you know what you're doing. You have to go back in. If you didn't want to make a spectacle, you would say, leave the $13 doggy bag. Kyle will give you the $13. So she knows she's wearing a jacket that says Umansky on the back of it. She knows what she's doing. And that is the problem that Kyle has gone from like
Mm.
B-list with the photographers to like A-list. They want her now the same way they want Lohan or whoever, the train wreck of the hour. And she knows what she's doing and she fucking loves it. And she's getting off on it. And she is playing you. She is playing me. She's playing everybody listening to this.
Ooh, oof. I
That's the
I
problem I have.
I do agree with that. She's very savvy for media. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
That's just the problem. Whereas like Erica Jane wasn't when she was, like Jesus fucking Christ, get off my jock. They're following her everywhere. I mean, that wasn't being played up. She was the most hated woman for a minute. So it's like, I just don't like that I don't even have a problem with you selling pictures like Spencer and Heidi. Teresa sold her getting out of prison pictures. I don't even have a problem with being in on it because I would be selling. Like I said, if anyone wants to take my picture, I'll work with you all day and we can sell it. I just have a problem that she's like playing it up night and day, holding her hand at airport, this and that. I don't believe you're just living your life and just there's the pop. You're going to Craig's eggs. Come on. The number one place that practically paparazzi are at 24/7.
couldn't
Sorry.
agree with you more. No, I think you're right. All right, look, I gotta let you go. I gotta go interview a woman who used to sell her farts in a jar. So,
You are up to big things over there. And hey, my Patreon's
thank
alive.
you.
I'm doing these extra 2 episodes. So everyone, you got to check all day now. And by the way, you and I are officially in the Vanderpump Rules recap game here.
Tune in every
Tune
single
in.
Thursday. We are dropping
Yep.
our recap of the Vanderpump
And we'll
Rules episode.
talk about,
Be fun and different for us. This might shake up for us a little bit, right? Because I think I don't know if our audience is. It doesn't seem like it. Like I said, I think the Housewives is at an all-time high of people craving the gossip, the dirt, the whole thing. So
you know
we
what
will
I got
continue it,
though?
but it's
Not to cut,
frustrating.
you know what I got? Not to cut you off. I got tons of DMs of people saying, like, I do not want to watch this season. And they're so thrilled that we are recapping